Hello, good morning. So we can continue sustainability. So if you want to say that a particular nation is achieving sustainability, we should see the quality index, sustainability coefficient depends on the combined development and growth of the deprived as well as the development. Affordable category of people shall get the benefit, and those who cannot afford also get the reasonable share of the benefit of the development, by which their sustainability standards are not affected by enriching the sustainable standards of those who can afford. That balance is definitely an art of administrators, technocrats, health professionals, planners, and the whole population. All citizens are responsible for that. There will be schemes, various schemes by which they are benefited. Then automatically there will be progress. That is the progress. And once you have that progress, sustainability is achieved. So, how can we achieve this sustainability? What are the ways by which you can achieve this? The first and foremost thing, sustainability is reduce. You have to reduce consumption. Reduce. What are things to be reduced? Use of natural resources, reduce. Use of energy intensive resources, reduce. Use of facilities more than an extent, reduce. Use of money, even though you have the purchasing capacity or affordability, reduce. And use of plastics. Everywhere sustainability, one thing which we should see as an enemy to sustainability is plastic. It's an universal truth. Plastic is an enemy to sustainability. Whenever you touch a plastic material, in our mind, we should have a feeling that touching an enemy of the environment. Plastic is an enemy of the environment. With great respect to the plastic, I am telling this as a civil engineer. As a civil engineer, I should not disrespect plastic. Because plastics are very well used. And plastic is not at all an enemy for civil engineering constructions. So that is it. Plastic is good in certain contexts, whereas plastic is not at all good in other contexts. Plastic has got so many potentials, so many capabilities. First of all, it is light. The first and foremost thing why uh, people are for plastics, are what do you call, are liking to have more plastic materials with them. It's only because it is light in nature and is easy to handle. It is easy to handle. Then you will get it in different colors, attractive colors, shapes, forms. And it can be used for all purposes. Can be used for all purposes. It is easily cleanable. It is easily cleanable. you get different varieties of plastics. A lot amount of plastics which can be used for different purposes. And it is hard. Even though the moment you come to the term plastic, we'll feel that it is soft. Plastic is not a soft material. It is a hard material. Hardness is the property of a material. Hardness is the property of a material by virtue of which it can resist wear and tear. It can resist wear and tear or aberration. That is why counters, the tabletops, in cash counters, where you are exchanging coins, usually plastic tops will be put because the aberration will not erase the surface. It is a scratch resistant. Plastic is scratch resistant. So plastic is a very beautiful, light, hard, moldable, reusable material, and construction is easy. You can dismantle the whole plastic construction, transfer it to another part. You can have any panels of plastics, any forms of plastics. So plastic is a friend for a builder or civil engineer. But for a user, as far as sustainability or environment is concerned, plastic is an enemy. Because it affects the flora and fauna, it affects the human health, it pollutes the land, it affects air as well as water. Even global warming, we will be surprised. When global warming and climate change, even ozone layer depletion, all of these in one way or other related to the over usage of plastics. It's a thing which is on deliberations. Plastic is one of the causes for all these chaos. And plastic is non-decomposable. That's the greatest menace which plastic will induce to the natural resources. It is non-decomposable. Unlike organic materials, they will never decay. Minimum year of decomposition of a plastic is 5 years. Certain types of plastics may start decomposing after 5 years. There are plastics which will not decay and decompose for 200 to 300 years, 3 centuries. Millions of tons of plastics are used daily in the world. Millions of tons, even billions. Yes, billions of tons. That is the result of overdevelopment, over industrialization, over availability and affordability, and convenience. People resort to more convenience. Disposable of plastic, whatever we say, the solid waste disposal of plastics, the way in which people are disposing it, definitely a question mark in front of the sustainability. So reduce sustainability. I specifically say reduce, especially the use of plastics, if we are really interested in the sustainable approach of development. Reduce. Then repair. Next is the repair. The concept of use and throw. Usually we say it's use and throw. For example, the refill of a pen. Once it's over, use and throw. Take a water bottle, drink the water, throw the bottle. Use and throw. That is the greatest unethical statement against sustainability. Use and throw is an unethical statement against sustainability. We cannot use unless otherwise we don't know how to dispense with or dispose it of. Using and throwing cannot go together. Don't use, you will not throw. If you use, you cannot throw. So the question of repair comes. The repair has a lot of things to do in progressing, promoting sustainability. And in most of the new generation models, new generation hardwares, unfortunately, upgrading means replacement. It is not repair. Replacement is different from repair. Repair includes upgrading. One model can be repaired by upgrading the model. But if you don't give the provision for upgrading a model, replacing a model, what will you do with the previous model? When a new model comes, nobody wants the old model. The entering variable totally leaves the leaving variable. Leaving variable will be left out. And how it is left out is unscientific in so many cases. That will tell very badly on the sustainability. We'll continue tomorrow. Thank you. God bless.